All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
He's heating up!
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke.
He's heating up!
Stay woke, real mode. I said stay
You can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows.
He's heating up!
On this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony,
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
Nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke.
He's heating up!
Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
He's heating up! He's on fire!
You really have people fooled out here, don't you?
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Learn that you can't pretend to be a king. It ends today.
I want to talk to the kids.
No, there's no fucking way you're talking to my goddamn kids.
Sometimes human beings are more than boy or girl. Because human beings are creatures, and we're wild and exciting. Sometimes we're something else.
Stop trying to brainwash the kids.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
How about I say
send you a hobo's dick cheese.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and 40 dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you
The fucking Catalina wine.
All right, fam, how are we doing? Welcome to the show. Of course, we got Tessie looking so sexy. She will be back in just a moment. We're going to get Tessie out here. Come on. I know, Falcon. I know you're excited, but we shall wait. We shall wait all in due time. Welcome to the show. If you're brand new to the live stream, make sure you subscribe to the channels, The Daily Swole everywhere, TikTok, Instagram. We are live, of course, on every platform you can conceivably stream on live right now. Like, legit. Let's get some gorillas, get some America going. We're still unbanned. We're still unbanned, and we're still doing shit uncensored. But remember, if you want all the uncensored content, make sure you join over there at SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam behind the scenes because, you know, it just gets deeper and deeper. Check out our memberships. Now is the time to start surrounding yourself with the greatest people in the realm. Let's go around the horn and see what we got going on. What's up, Peaceful Bandit? Darth Silvers. How we doing? Matthew, Danny, Christopher, Boo Sausage. What up, Beesh? Nick, John, of course. Jeremy. What's up, you swole slut? Nicole, of course. Joe, how we doing? How are we doing, everyone? Pedro, let's fucking go.
He's heating up.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We got a great card. We got a great show today. I'm excited to be here as always. We do have a great show. We got some more ridiculous stuff to go over. We have awesome SwoleFam posts. We'll take some questions when we get into that knowledge cock. But of course, because the Daily Swole is unlike any other mancast. I don't even know if there's another mancast out there, but we are the mancast. We're the cast of the man. There's no other Swolecast. That's for damn sure. But we do it a little bit differently. We make sure that we bust the nut first because otherwise it would just be a 5-minute show. Am I right? Am I right? Come on. It would be a 5-minute show. So we got to rub one out first, but we also have a Swole card that we're going to give away. And you're going to like this one because it 'tis the season. So without further ado, let us summon the Falcon and let's get this party started. Falcon, take us away. Summoned with the voice of an angel. Put some respect on it, Yabush.
USA, greatest country in the world.
The greatest country in the world. And of course, Leo is still drinking that sparkling bone broth. Leo, come on, put it down. Put it down for once. That's why Rose let go, because you weren't worth keeping around. Take care of yourself. My God, hashtag Swole season for a chance to win today's Swole card. It is bulking season after all. It's always bulking season, isn't it? It's time to put on some sick fucking mass, make some sick fucking gains. And I hope you are enjoying your workouts lately. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. It is hump day, so that being said, let's get into a tip, shall we? All right, fam, it is time to moisturize. Let's spit on it. Get into that tip, baby. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Come on, it's cold. It's cold. Come on, it's fucking cold. Let me in. It's cold. It's that time of year. It's actually kind of nice and warm and hot outside, but where you are, it might be cold. And you know how you get the little shrivelies? Yeah, that old coin purse kind of like looks like a little turtle. Let us in. It is cold outside. It's a lot warmer in there. We want in. All right.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
Awkward. Let's get into some SwoleFam posts, shall we? Don't forget to drop in the comments down below what you smashing today. Nicholas, Swole season week 2 push alpha. Fucking brutal indeed. Good for you. Peaceful Bandit Swole season. Make sure you get your Swole season. That's a program inside Swolenormous X, by the way, for those that don't know. They're not part of the SwoleFam yet. Why don't you join? We'll talk about that in a second. All right, we got this post from Artur, and he writes, "Hello, I am watching you on TikTok, and you actually made me put the phone away and go to the gym so often that it became a routine. That's what's up, dude. After some time, I got more positive in life and more active and less depressed. I've been through so many hard times and thinking that lifting weights will help me so much. Wow. Looking back, it was your videos popping out telling me to go to the gym. This is where my change started. Thank you so much." And then he puts an asterisk, goes to the gym. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting us know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Arthur. See, it's not just yelling. It's not just yelling. It's an authentic message, and it does get the point across, right? It does get the point across. No, there's no frills attached. No, it's not the nicest message. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm not trying to hold your hands and rub your fucking taint. I'm trying to get an effect. I don't care how it's done. Let's make it happen. Let's fucking get it done. Go to the fucking gym. But Papa Swolio, you don't go to the gym. You don't go to the gym. I sure do. I just have a gym at home now that I go. I still fucking crush it. Go to the goddamn gym. Go get it done because it's time to get it done. You're not going to lose that fat just by wishing about it and thinking about it. It's going to be by taking action. You don't need frills. You don't need any fancy talk. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Y'all, stop being a goddamn baby.
Who told you could eat my cookies?
Who told you to eat my cookies? Don't eat cookies. God damn it. Don't stop fucking eating cookies. All right. We got one from Brian, or can we call you Brian? We'll call you Brian just because I feel like it. You're French now. Dude, can I just say I love your content? Thank you so much. Appreciate it, B. I'm a bigger guy myself, but have been on the road to recovery, if you will, for the last 3 years and have never felt more confident in myself than I have when I put the gym and myself first. A lot of people hate, but they're just soft cunts. God, I love your prose. Couldn't say it better myself. Thanks for doing you, mate. It's a helping hand. In fucking deed. I think you're Australian. I will say, if you're from Australia, I do love your liberal use of the word cunt. It is so underrated. It's one of the greatest words in the English language, and I think we should embrace it more. I do embrace it myself, and I encourage you all to do it the same. Now, not only that, we got some peach. We got a peach alert. I don't have an alarm sound, but we can just get some gorillas. We got it.
Mr. Strickland!
We got a great post. Okay, we got one from Callie. This one's intense. Now let me zoom in on the text first. Yes, there is a picture, but I do want to, you know what? If you're watching, if you're so fortunate to catch the Mancast live, let's look at that picture. Let's get a round of applause because that's insane. A lot of applause today.
Inconceivable!
Callie, if you're looking at this picture from the left to the right, talk about a transformation. I would have doubts that this is the same person, but because of the tattoos, and it obviously is the same person, but holy shit, a completely different person. Now we had to censor it a little bit because she's showing the goods, but she censored it. She censored the nips, which, you know, I'm not really in favor of. I think the nips should be flowing. I think free the nip is a great movement. And the peach, I think we should just let it all hang out. And, you are no longer letting it all hang out because you lost a shitload of weight. I mean, unreal. Let's read the story. This is fantastic. Callie writes, I went from living a very active lifestyle in my high school years to getting pregnant at 19, having my first child at 20. That is where my weight gain began. About 6 months after having my first child, I met my now husband and became complacent and lazy. I guess I became comfortable. I had gained weight throughout the years, and in 2012, we were trying to conceive. With no luck conceiving, I lost about 20 pounds. Then I got pregnant and gained more weight. I think I was about 215 pounds at this point. After having my son in 2014, I only gained more weight. At my heaviest, I was about 250 pounds at 5'3". Finally, about 2 years ago, just before my 28th birthday, I was fucking done. I was done being overweight and extremely unhappy with myself. Y'all, I couldn't even bend over in my car to pick something up off the floor. I was miserable. That's when I decided to make a change in March of 2018. I have since then dropped about 80 pounds. I started working out full-time 4 days a week about a year ago. My weight loss has kind of slowed down since I have been building muscle on top, trying to lose weight. But I started watching Papa about 4 months ago and have loved all his videos, calling people out on their shit and keeping it 100%. We like to do that around here. He's even made me realize some of the shit that I have been doing. I am extremely grateful for how far I have come and looking forward to how far I can push my body. Unreal.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Holy shit. Callie, you are crushing it. Look at that. Those before and after pictures. Amazing. Hashtag free the nips. I agree. Free the nips. And glad that you've definitely had an interesting journey. You definitely have. You're not the only one that has had that. But yeah, we just keep it 100 around here. Just calling people out on their shit on the daily. Just calling people out. Just reps. Because when someone comes across this shit, you know, it's going to slap some people across the tits. Some people are going to be upset. He's such a meanie person. He's such a mean person, that mean bearded guy. I'm just not sugarcoating it. I'm just going to be like, you're fat. You need to go to the gym and get in shape. Isn't that the truth? You can hate it or not. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that really the truth? Or you're skinny, you're lazy, something. Isn't that the truth? You just need to fucking go do it. You got to stop, making excuses and, oh, this reason, oh, but this, and I need an arm around my shoulder. I need someone to be nice to me. Fuck you. Just go do it. Stop complaining. Stop making excuses. It's a lot easier. It's a lot shorter. It's a lot more succinct. Cuts like a knife. Hot knife through butter. And that's what we like to do. Oh my God, this last post is fantastic. We got 2 more. This one's from Carrie. Fantastic Callie. That was unreal.
What's in the box?
Carrie in the house. All right. Hi, fam. This is my first time posting anything for a while because I've gone way off track. And honestly, I'm pretty ashamed of myself. When COVID first started, I joined the SwoleFam and I went from 250 pounds to 200 and I felt great. But after a while, I started starving myself again. Why? And it led to binge eating. So now a year later, I'm nearly 300 pounds for the first time in my life and I'm really struggling. I want to start slow this time and eat better, but I really need some advice or a place to start. I started going back to the gym and just walking for now, just to get myself back into it. And I'm still eating bad. Why? But I'm slowly cutting out things and it's working so far. I've lost about 5 pounds this week and I already feel a little better. I think I just missed the support of my fam and reading everyone else's posts. Thanks, everyone. Well, welcome back. And you don't want to repeat the same mistakes, but what happened the first time? Why were you starving yourself? Now, we talk about elimination diet to figure out what foods work best for you, but there's nothing about starving yourself in any of our content. So why were you starving yourself? What were you eating? Did you do an elimination diet? Did you keep this garbage in your house? Why would you relapse? Like, there's a reason, there's a trigger. There are habits that weren't formed the first time. And if you think that just eating less is the deal, it's actually eating plenty of food, plenty of protein, plenty of quality food, and training hard and lifting weights. And then your resting metabolic rate will increase and you can eat more and still lose extra body fat. It's just thinking that you're just going to walk and eat less. That's not going to work because you're not getting enough nutrition. You're not actually taking care of your body to the potential and to the level that you should be. So you definitely need to be lifting weights. You definitely need to be eating, according to an elimination, cutting out some of those garbage foods and keeping them out of your environment, forging those habits. So if you're keeping that shit in around you for binge eating, if it's in your house, I don't know what the other habits are. So maybe we can have that conversation in the group, and maybe Carrie when she's watching or coming on the podcast, and, you know, we can have more of those conversations. But those habits are going to lead you towards the promised land to continue, so you don't fall off this next time. So it's all about the habits. Those habits weren't formed properly. It sounds like you started trying to cut some corners. And of course, you're going to lose weight if you stop eating. If you start starving yourself, of course, you're going to lose weight because you're starving yourself. But that's not what we promote. And yeah, you definitely should be here plugging in, and we got to figure out what those triggers are in terms of what led you back to binge eating, what you were actually eating, what your habits were, what you were actually doing. What you were actually doing to lose that weight initially, and then tighten up those loose ends and make sure that you're eating proper food, getting in your nutrition. Because if you're not getting enough nutrients in, you're not going to be satisfied. If you're not sleeping properly or drinking enough water, you're going to have a lot more of those cravings and a lot more of those issues. But don't be starving yourself. Don't be starving yourself. All right, last one.
What's in the box?
This is great. Loretta. Oh my God. Look at the fucking Loretta. Look at the fucking Swole shelf. I can't even. If you're just listening, you're missing out. I can't even. I can't even. Loretta. Hi, Papa and fam. My sister is back from her round of cancer treatments and is staying with me once more. I am determined this time to stay on the 7 pillars no matter what. I don't have to go to the fucking gym because I moved into it. I set up a Swole shelf. It's the first thing I see when I wake up in my gym every morning. I'm determined to keep crushing it. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. Hashtag community. And hashtag 7 pillars. Holy crap. This is absolutely awesome. This is awesome. If you're just listening, she has the pillars on the left and the right. It's a whole shelf on like a bookshelf. You got the 7 pillars in the back. You got the signature series card. You have a falcon? No. You have a falcon. Freddie is super jelly. Man, do you got some solid cards. You got a Swole privilege. You got a Swole privilege. You got a Swole variant. Fuck average. Tainty Maguchi. You got 2 Swole privilege. You got 3 Swole privilege. I think Loretta has some Swole privilege last time I checked. Shut up and get Swole. This is fucking awesome. This is absolutely awesome. That's fucking great, Loretta. I appreciate the picture. And that's a Swole altar. Man, you're gonna pray, get on your knees and pray to the shelf of Swole. That's a Swole altar. Damn right. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Brings a tear to my eye. I fucking love it.
He's heating up.
I love it. All right, we're going to move into some knowledge cock. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. Those are all posts from inside Swolenormous X, the SwoleFam. Join today. Make sure you're dropping a question in the comments down below. If you have one, we can get started. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. But before we do, a reminder, we do have some awesome specials going on right now inside Swolenormous X. It is Fuck Your Resolution season. Make sure you're checking out our memberships over there at SwoleNormousX.com. Save up to 37% off. Now is the time to join because we have so much stuff going on over there inside Swolenormous X. Now you get access to everything. We talk about this every day because Swolenormous X is the fucking tits. We're adding new content every single week. Every single week, we're adding new stuff. We're adding new workouts. We're adding new yoga classes. We're adding new recipes. We're always developing and building out the platform because it is everything that you need to crush your 7 pillars. Now, what are the 7 pillars? Community, nutrition, training, recovery, mobility, mindfulness, and consistency. Now, those are the things that most people are not executing on when they're not getting sufficient results. And that's what we make sure that we take care of for you. And that's the beauty of the SwoleFam and Swolenormous X. When you join, you have everything. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to build those habits. You're going to have those ups and downs, but you have the entire community in your pocket or on your computer, on your tablet. You have us every step of the way, and you have all the tools in order to do that. You don't have to go looking around Google. You don't have to go, searching and wondering if you're going to get quality information or you're going to get someone that's going to try to sell you a fucking fit tea or some goddamn supplement. This is the stuff that you need to apply in order to be successful, like all the SwoleFam is on a daily basis and what we talk about every day. I mean, this is what we do. This is what we do. That's why we're here every day. That's why it's episode 2042. It's because we're here every fucking day executing. And that's all it is. It's doing what you need to do day in and day out and not making excuses for yourself and blocking out all the fucking noise and people that are going to be naysayers, are going to be negative, they're going to take out their own lack of action and frustration on you. Like, why are you eating that? Just one bite, or come on, you don't have to go today, just go tomorrow. You're always training in the gym. You're always doing that. Stop being a lazy fuck and do it yourself, or get out of my life. You need to surround yourself with better people. You need to create a better environment, and that's your community. Not only that, we do have our Swole year release party Wednesday, right there at the end of the heart of the taint. Wednesday, December 29th, the taint of the year. The taint of the year is the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, and 29th is the taint of the year. And we cap off the taint of the year with the Swole year release party. Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us. It will be a private live stream, and we're going to go over everything that we've covered, all the new releases, everything we've done the past year in 2021, and we'll look ahead and talk about 2022 and look forward to the new year. It's a great way to start the new year. We start early because we don't wait for anyone. We get a head start. Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us. And if you also don't know, in closing, check out papaswolio.com for all the apparel. As a listener of the show, you get 10% off apparel. We have everything you need. You can still probably get your orders in time for Christmas. Check us out. We got crop hoodies, we got mugs, we got full hoodies, we got hats, we got tanks, we got all that stuff. We got the Swole variant, which is fucking lit. You got the Swole variant.
Attacks on me, quite
stop.
frankly, are attacks on science.
It's very infectious and will get you absolutely yoked, so spread the fuck out of that shit. And we got the Swole Since Birth brand new drop. Use code DailySwole for 10% off your order. We got lots of stuff. Oh, and don't forget all the Christmas gear. We got the Christmas Swolenormous Santa Claus, or Santa Swoleo Claus, and we have Fuck Your Feelings and Swole Miser. We got some great fucking apparel. So go check it out and use that Daily Swole code for 10% off your order. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you're going to end up not covering your nips with Swolenormous apparel. And it's important to cover your nips. Like, cover your fucking nips up, but cover your nips up with the best gear. You don't want to cover your nips off with cover your nips off. You don't want to cover it with anything that's like substandard. That's the worst. It's the worst. Okay, let's see here. Let's take some questions. Let's see. Wax Papasfolia. I feel like I strained a muscle inside my armpit. Is this even possible? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your armpit is just under your humerus. You have your lat that travels under there. You have your lat. You have your subscapularis. I mean, those are pretty high up, but you have your lat. You have your teres major. You have your pectoral, you have your pecs. So you have a lot of muscles under there that will make up the armpit. It depends on where you're feeling it in your armpit. You also have muscles of like the biceps. You have muscles of the triceps. It could be, any number of things that kind of feel, up in there. Coracobrachialis. So there's a couple muscles under there that you might, probably could be the coracobrachialis. There could be there's a bunch of different muscles. I mean, that's just tissue. You have all those muscles that attach onto your humerus. So it's absolutely possible. Just because it's your armpit doesn't mean it's not part of your body. So it's absolutely possible. I've had that happen. It just kind of feels swollen, kind of feels puffing out, but you could ice it, rest it, maybe some like light massage. Just be careful. Could be like some nerve endings in there. Just be careful and keep an eye on it. Silvers. Well, that was nice. Come on, let's get a round of applause. It's not bad.
I gave it
I liked it.
10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Felt good though.
And that's the way. I like it. Casey on the Sunshine Band.
Okay, I'm donating blood on Saturday. Is there anything you recommend eating these last couple days leading to it? I mean, I would stick to what you would normally do. What's the rule about donating blood? Like, you're allowed to eat, or is there any reason like you can't eat, beforehand? I would make sure you're getting in. I mean, personally, I would just be eating the same thing. I would be eating some more red meat. I don't donate blood. I don't remember if I've ever donated blood. I usually don't want to, just because they usually upsell it. It's usually, I'm not a big fan of that whole process. Depends on what they do. Usually they upsell it to like hospitals. Depends on who you're donating it to, I guess. But I never liked the vampires that sit outside like a Publix or a movie theater. It's like, you want free tickets? Give us your blood. sketched out by that. Stop selling my DNA to China, motherfuckers. So I would just make sure that you're eating sufficiently. Like don't be on an empty stomach unless, I don't think there's any rules like that. You have to be like on an empty stomach or something like that at the moment. I wouldn't be. Like if you're able to eat a good meal before you go and do it, that way your blood sugar, because it will drop because you're actually, giving out your blood. Hydrate properly unless there's any like rules or things that they're doing now that you say you can't do. Not that I'm aware of. Anyone else that gives blood more often can maybe throw some thoughts in the comments. Yeah, I'm not aware of anything that you like can or can't do. I mean, that you can't do, that you shouldn't do. Just pump yourself full of COVID. Don't do that. All right, Kat, I was reviewing the pull-up masterclass. I'm confused on where you should line up the bar on your body or for the start of the inverted row negatives. Would you mind clarifying? It depends on your grip position. Yeah, like the upper part of your chest would be great. Like if you're doing a vertical, like for the negatives, it's going to be right at the top of your chest. If you're doing more of an inverted row, you want to keep it probably around like middle upper part of your chest. I mean, all you're doing is you're trying to simulate a pull-up. You're trying to simulate that movement. You're trying to simulate and activate those muscles best as possible. If you're going too wide, you'll be hitting more of your teres major. If you want to hit more of your lats, you can, for example, let's see, if you're doing inverted row, you can keep your hands a little bit closer if you're trying to hit your lats a little bit more. So I would vary the grip position, going narrow, going more wide, but you're just trying to hit all of those. The point of doing an inverted row negative is to give the muscles the overload that they need that they're not going to be able to get because you're not unable to concentrically execute the movement. You're unable to overcome the gravitational pull. You're unable to overcome that from a shortening standpoint. So if you're doing a negative, you're actually overloading the same muscles you would need on the upward motion of the pull-up. But the eccentric contraction is the strongest type of muscle contraction, providing force, internal tension that is slowing, for example, while the muscle is lengthening. So that's when the muscle is the strongest. So you're able to kind of hack those muscles that you are using for a pull-up, training them when you're unable to train them. So it's like, how can you do a pull-up if you can't do a pull-up? Well, you can work the same muscles, work them in their strongest range of motion, and do like that half rep, which is a negative, do the negative portion. So if you're doing a more vertical, more like your upper clavicle, but if you are, let's say, doing an inverted row, you don't want to start that high because if your elbows are, more up here, it's more like a row. You really want to make sure that you're getting, you're getting that angle as much as possible. You want to keep your elbows a little bit more closer towards the sides of your body. So I would recommend that you are keeping it a little bit lower. If you're doing more inverted, that it's a little bit lower on your chest. Yeah, that's definitely a concern. Like if you're getting a blood donation and someone has gotten the vaccine and you don't have the vaccine, you don't want it, you will get those antibodies. You will get, that's what people have been concerned about. And I believe that's true. I think you would get like what's floating around in their blood. So be mindful of that too if you're getting transplants and such. Yeah, unvaccinated blood is going to be a pretty penny. Most blood banks are in desperate need of blood donations for cancer, accident victims. Yeah, they're always. I mean, blood banks are always in need. They're always going to say that too. Yeah, they are. They're always going to be in need. Yeah, if you're able, you can donate. Sure. I mean, those kinds of things are always in need. Like we're always short of nurses. We're always short of blood. We're always shortages, perpetual shortages forever. Even if they're not short, they're going to say they're short. It's kind of thing like, you can never have too much of it, right? You can never have too much backup. You never know when you're going to need it. So, of course, for those of you that have like certain types of blood, different blood types, some of them are going to be more in need than others, more rare blood types. So, but if you're a universal donor, was that O positive or just all O types? I'm not sure if it's all O types, but which one, if it's all O that are the universal donor. Yeah, if you do it and you can, respect, take care of yourself, eat, do what you can. You don't want to be like passing out, not healthy. O positive is universal donor. I forget if it was all O or it's just O positive. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they do need donations. We're going to leave this topic, but yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm not saying they don't need donations. That's why they're gathering them. Pure blood, sperm, and eggs are going to be. All right, you're very welcome. Kat, thanks, Papa. It makes more sense. Yeah, just think about it. You're trying to mimic this movement, right? So if you're inverted, you don't want to necessarily do a row like that. So you want to maybe lower the bar. That way you're getting kind of a more of that lat stretch as well. But overall, you're still going to be hitting muscles, and you can vary your grip. Just like when you're doing a pull-up, you can vary your grip. You can do close grip, you can do underhand, you can go wide. There's different types. But, you know, when you're starting off doing pull-ups, you don't want to do wide pull-ups because you want to get a full stretch. If you're doing a wide pull-up, you're not getting a full stretch in your lats. You're not getting a full stretch in your shoulder. So you want to make sure you're going maybe like a little bit wider than shoulder width. Get that full lengthening. Oh, geez. Let's see here. Geez, they were like, told you they're vampires. They're trying to get every last drop they can from your family. Jarella said, my dad was O positive and donated like crazy. They called after he died to ask him to come donate. And I was like, yeah, he won't be donating anymore. They said, oh, that's too bad. So can you come donate? Jesus Christ, that's fucking creepy. That comes off weird. It's like, can we get your blood? All right. Anyway, make sure you, take care of your community. You know, it's always nice. It's kind of like donating money to a charity. You want to know where it's going. And most of the time it's going for administrative overheads and, you know, they're upselling it or they're, you know, flipping it. It's just, there's a lot of sketchy shit. Most nonprofits are fucking skeezy. I'm not saying that donating blood's a bad thing. Jay Sigmund, Papa Swole, are fitness trackers pointless or would be a smart buy? What kind of fitness trackers? You mean like an Apple Watch or like a, what's it called? I had one, a Whoop strap. You mean like those? Or like like the ones that you wear on your body, wearables, or other types of apps and stuff like that. I will say I did have a Whoop strap. I bought one. It was in 2020. I just don't like wearing something on my wrist. I wore it for a little bit. It left a weird mark on my wrist and I never really looked at the app. I didn't really care. It's like, I know when I get good sleep or not sleep. It didn't help me build any habits. It didn't really look too much at the data. I always had to like move it when I was doing kettlebells. It was a pain in the ass. So I stopped wearing it. Personally, I stopped wearing it. I don't like things on my wrist all the time. And I know they have the Aura ring, but I don't want to wear a fucking ring. So are they pointless? It depends on, I would say, why you're doing it. I don't think they're necessarily pointless. I think they're getting better and better. It's also a matter of like whether or not you want to be tracked 24/7, who's getting your data. You know, is it really private? You're definitely putting that shit out there and tracking every fucking moment. So, you know, there's other kinds of privacy issues that people can be paranoid about. But at the same time, a lot of it's usually in a closed loop. I haven't used the latest Fitbits. I don't really know what they're doing, but a lot of times it can judge or gauge like whether or not you're getting quality sleep, or you can just keep a journal and just kind of track it, like how long you're sleeping. But sometimes it could be like, oh, you turned this much, you're in this, you know, this kind of type of sleep for X amount of time. And I think they could be beneficial, but it's not necessarily going to change your habits. So for me personally, this is what like got me better. Cause all right. So the reason why I got the Whoop strap was like, all right, I need to get my sleep in order. So maybe if I buy this, maybe if I invest and spend some money on it, I'll learn more about what I'm getting, what I'm not getting, and it'll make me do better. Didn't do jack shit. So for me, it was just educating myself more. It was going deeper and reading books and listening to podcasts and going harder and harder on how fucking important sleep is and how really important sleep is. And then that just snapped my fingers. And all of a sudden I was putting in 100% effort and getting great sleep. So for me, it's education. For me, it's knowledge. But some people just you just don't want to get lost in the data. You don't want to get lost in just numbers. Some people love it. I just don't like wearable, something Bluetooth and tracking data on I just don't want that like on my body all the time. This is me personally. Superman. Speaking of blood, for some dehydrated folks, blood carries nutrients, oxygen. Doesn't dehydration have a dramatic? Oh yeah, absolutely. Dehydration has a severe, has a massive impact on performance. Absolutely. It certainly does. Certainly does. How many of you use those things? And I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just telling you I don't. I'm just telling you that's what I did. And that was just the Whoop strap. I just don't want to wear a ring. The strap was kind of weird and it left a mark on my, I don't still have it, but it left it started wearing away. And I would wash and clean it, but it was always, I sweat a lot. I'm in the sauna and it was cool seeing your heart rate go up in the sauna and then go out. You get very cardio mimicking benefits. It was always on my wrist and started leaving some weird skin, texture differences. Yeah, I just got tired of wearing that fucking strap. So I used to switch hands and switch arms back and forth. And I just realized I never really looked at the app. I never really looked too much into it. I kind of got an idea, and sometimes it didn't track and sometimes it didn't work. And it was a day missing. I'm like, oh, fuck this. So I stopped. Swole sees, Peaceful Bandit. I see Fitbits and mysteries. They can tell when they are murdered. Great. Fantastic.
It's estimated that 200 million people died. Probably by the time I finish this talk.
Great. So if you're murdered, get yourself a Fitbit. All right. Jessica, Papa Swole, what are some of the best ways to relax and stretch your upper and mid back from being overworked? A lot of times these areas are underworked and you actually are neurologically tight because the muscles are getting pulled apart because you're internally rotated and protracting. So if you're hunched over and you have a lot of tension in your back, it's not necessarily because they're overworked. It's because they're actually underworked. And if you're always forward, you're at home cutting, wrapping, you're leaning forward, a lot of times those muscles are overstretched and you actually need to strengthen them. So that's a big problem. A lot of times people say it's very similar to hip mobility when people say oh, my hip flexors are so tight because they're sitting down all the time, which is true. They'll get very tight and stiff, but they're also very weak. So you have hip flexors that are super tight and super weak. And that's the biggest problem, is that they're weak because they're just passively shortened, just getting petrified. So in your middle and upper back, most people have middle traps, lower traps, rhomboids that are actually dramatically underworked, and you're just very protracted and very kyphotic in your posture. So you have a lot of flexion in your upper spine and upper back rounding, usually upper cross syndrome. Your traps are elevated. Your upper traps might be, quote, overworked, but that's because you're internally rotating, wrapping, always doing stuff to the front. We don't do a lot of stuff to the back, which is why floor cobras, which is why prone press, which is why, doing all sorts of posterior rotator cuff work, practicing yoga, stretching the front of your body, strengthening the posterior portions can actually relieve a lot of tension because you're creating balance around the joint. So I would practice more yoga. I wouldn't worry so much about relaxing and stretching your upper and mid back. I would worry about strengthening it. So you said it, you followed up here, overworked, standing at a table at work and then at home cutting and wrapping our beef for 8 hours. So those muscles aren't getting a lot of work. You're getting a lot in the front. You're probably hunched over, rounded. You might also want to adjust the height of your table. I don't know if you're slouching over too much. Same thing with people sitting at computer monitors. I have my monitor elevated and I have an adjustable desk and I have adjustable seat. So I'm looking straight ahead. You don't want to be hunched over looking forward, because then you get rounded in your upper body and your shoulders, protraction, internal rotation. And then you have excessive cervical extension, which can lead to a lot of issues in your neck and degenerative disc issues and stuff as you get older because of constant pressure. Definitely slouching. God damn it, McCarthy. Stop fucking slouching. Can everyone harass Jessica in the comments a little bit for slouching? Come on. That's fucking bullshit. God damn it. Fucking slouching. Jessica. Fuck. What you can do, just trolling a little bit. What you can do, got to get that out of my system. What you can do is do some activation exercises. So you can get one of those rubber bands, do some pull parts. Those are great. You can get a band and do some overhead presses, pulling from a front. You could do some you could also do some, which might be tough if you don't have proper activation. You can do some face pulls, or you can do those standing presses from a front anchor point that will activate your middle and lower traps, practice your yoga, floor cobras. You can find all these in the instructional video library. You can find them also, Jessica, if you're an unlimited member, check out the shoulder awareness series in the program vault. Oh, there we go. Not bad. It was weak. Let's be honest about that. It was weak. It was fucking weak. All right, let's see what we got here. El Mub on Instagram. Are body weight exercises an acceptable replacement for hitting the weights? Acceptable replacement? Well, it's in what context? I mean, once in a while in conjunction with weights. I mean, they definitely don't replace weights because you're not going to be able to provide the same type of overload on your body as weights will. So it's definitely important to lift weights because of bone density, because of overall strength. Doesn't mean you can't do body weight. I do some body weight exercises too, but I primarily do resistance training, kettlebell stuff. So I would make sure you're doing both. I mean, if you just don't have access to the gym, all you need is like a couple kettlebells would be great. Give you a lot of power, a lot of strength, a lot of like dynamic movement. In addition, kettlebells are literally, it's like just body weight. It's body weight movements with a weight. It's just a great addition. You can do pull-ups and push-ups and lunges and stuff straight. You can definitely build a lot of muscle, but your overload will plateau just because you can only provide so much overload to your body with your mass. So replacement, it's not a replacement. It's definitely a good combination. Yeah, thank you, John. Prone press and floor cobras are amazing. I felt so awkward initially doing them. So glad I stuck with it. My pecs feel wider and open. Shoulders set back. No more pain. Do it. Do it. Do it.
We choose truth over facts.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. Gwen Tong, Papa Swole, are there any books you recommend to learn more about ancestral health and ancestral eating? Yeah, I do more podcasts. I would recommend listening to Paul Saladino's book was great. I forget what his book was called. Carnivore Code. That's a great book. There are a lot of other authors out there that cover it. I forget some of them off the top of my head, but I would look up like the podcasts. And you find a good podcast like Paul Saladino's podcast, Fundamental Health Podcast, and then when you have certain guests on there, you can go down the rabbit hole and check out their books and check out their content. Also, a lot of stuff like evolutionary biology, Dark Horse podcast with Brett Weinstein and Heather Hying is fantastic just because, ancestral health and ancestral eating and just, being a human is all about evolutionary biology. It's all about how we've evolved over, thousands and millions of years. So those are two great podcasts. And their book, actually, that's another one. Gwen, check out, was it A Hitchhiker's Guide? No, God damn it. That's the other one. A Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. That's a great book. And that's from Brett Weinstein and his wife, Heather Hying. But check out their podcast, your Dark Horse podcast and Fundamental Health podcast are two right off the bat. And you can check out some of their guests and go down those rabbit holes as well. Hitchhikers. Let's see, Jeremy, I just bought Atomic Habits, next book to read. Yeah, it's a fantastic book. That's a fantastic book. It's not ancestral, but kind of is. It's like how the human mind works and how the brain works in order to create habits. Come on, Papa, biology doesn't exist. Oh, come on. All right. All right.
Chicks will dig you. Or dudes or whatever gender thing you're into.
That's right. I forgot. Small Swole. Do you have a preferred brand for dumbbells? Not really. I have some from Titan Fitness, generic brand Hex dumbbells. I have a pair of Power Blocks. So, I mean, in terms of like actual dumbbells, there's a lot of great brands out there. I'm just not going to spend $3, $4, $5 a pound to get super high quality dumbbells because it's not that important. If it weighs what it weighs, it fucking weighs what it weighs. And also I have Power Blocks. So in terms of getting heavier dumbbells, it's just redundant. And I do like actual dumbbells, but I have Power Blocks that go through 90 pounds. So I also have hex dumbbells that go from like, 5 or 3 or whatever through 25. So I might get like a 30 or a 35. Sometimes like having I like having those lighter ones that are easy to grab. So if I want to do like a superset or something like that, I could just grab the 25s. I don't have to use the power blocks. Sometimes I just like to grab dumbbells to do them. But if I get like a 60 pounds, if I get 60-pound dumbbells, that's what, 120 pounds of weights, $2-3 a pound. I'm not spending $250 on a pair of fucking 60s. It's just ridiculous. So the best bang for your buck for dumbbells would be power blocks, if you're looking for a home gym. And the reason why I say power blocks or these other kinds of adjustable dumbbells is because you get a lot of weights for a fraction of the price and you save so much space. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go to a gym and you look at the dumbbell rack, if you go from 5s or 10s all the way up to 100 or plus, it's like 20, 30 feet long. Like you have a lot of space. There's a lot of dumbbells, a lot of racks. So they should be $1 a pound or so. Not even close. For dumbbells, you're looking at like $2 a pound plus easily. They're expensive. Yeah, it's Jarella. It's not $1 a pound. I mean, if you happen to be lucky enough to get some like old rusty dumbbells, yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive. Plus, if you're ordering online, yeah, you might find a good deal. Someone like doing a liquidation, just catch them at the right time. Someone clearing out their garage. But usually, people that have full sets or people that have really heavy dumbbells and have nice ones, they know what they paid for them. Like those are people that are usually serious. Yeah, it used to be. It used to be when I was your age, I used to pay a nickel to go to the movies. Yeah. I used to buy a penny candy. Get off my lawn. So in terms of a brand for dumbbells, there's so many kinds. You can get custom ones. You can get custom ones that have rotational handles. You could do all this stuff. But if you're looking for stuff for like a home gym, really power blocks, you can't beat them just because you'll spend $500-$600, get up through 90, and it'll take up the space for one set of dumbbells. Like it'll take up the space for like one set of 70s because they're not that big. Just saying. So the other day I found, I go on OfferUp, go on Facebook Marketplace. I literally picked up 230 pounds of plates for $300. The guy was asking $350. I'm like, maybe $300. He's like, I'll take that deal. It's a good price. It's a little bit more. It's like $1.30 per pound. And anyone that's been buying plates or weights, you'll be like, damn, that's good. It's good. You'll pay easily $2 a pound for a lot of weights. I saw someone on fucking OfferUp selling just a standard pair of 10-pound plates for $50. It's like, get fucked, bro. But if you order those from Rogue or something, 10-pound plates will cost you $50 or $60. It'll cost you $3 a pound. I've done the math. So if you're shipping, then it's a whole other thing because you're shipping fucking weight and it just gets ridiculous. So I would recommend in terms of metal plates, buy them used. Get the discount. Go if they're rusty, fucking sand them off, spray them. It doesn't matter. They're going to get chipped. The ones that I bought, you have a little bit of rust in it. Who fucking cares? It's character. You don't need perfectly clean weights. They're going to get chipped. They're going to get banged. They're going to get knocked around. Rust doesn't hurt the weights. You can just spray them or paint them or whatever you want to do. Don't waste your money on getting perfectly new metal plates. Bumper plates are different. You might not be able to find them everywhere. I bought those from Rogue. I might want to get another pair, but I have a full set. I got a ton of, I use more bumper plates than I will for the metal plates. Yeah, you can get, sometimes Jarrell is mentioning the comments, you can get those like error plates or ones that are like, scratched or they came off the factory line. They're a little bit dented or something like that. And they'll get a discount. Yeah, you can find those for sure. Fashow. Nintendo dude. My arms look really veiny after doing my dumbbell workouts. Is this normal? If you're fucking fortunate, hell yeah, it is. Of course it's normal. Your body's sending tons of blood to that area. Your blood's trying to cool itself off. Veins come to the surface. That's fantastic. It's called a sick fucking pump, my guy. Enjoy. Good for you. Good for you. That's fantastic. I will say, if you are building out a home gym, get kettlebells. You will, the price you'll pay for a kettlebell, you'll be able to do a lot more. So let's say you have $100. What are you going to get for what are you going to get for plates? I'm just saying, what are you going to get for $100? Seriously, if you had $100, what would you do? And it depends on what price you're getting, right? What kind, and if you're buying local. I'm just saying in general, $100. What would you get? A pair of dumbbells? Waste of money. A bar? Waste of money, because then you have to spend money on plates. $100. Get 1 or 2 kettlebells. Get 1 or 2 kettlebells. You might be able to find it local, or you can get it bought and shipped probably for $100. You can usually get, like, if you're ordering from Rogue, for example, you can get a 50 or a 40 or 30. You can get one for like 60, 70 bucks, 30 bucks shipping. You can get $100, get a brand new kettlebell, or you can get one local. Get a kettlebell because you can do everything with the kettlebell. Like I'm saying, if you only have $100, it's just the best use. It's the best use of money. 140 pounder. You mean a kettlebell or a plate? Just saying, like if you're getting a bar, it would cost you, let's say a bar, let's say you found a sick deal, $50 for an Olympic bar, and it's kind of like banged up, whatever. You still need to buy plates and stuff. And then you're only gonna be able to do, which is fine, but you're not gonna have enough volume. You don't have a rack. I'm just saying, for people that are trying to get their fitness on all the time, kettlebell, you could do everything. It's power, it's endurance, it's grip strength, it's cardio, it's whatever you want it to be. And it doesn't take up a lot of space. So if you have an apartment, you don't need a lot of space just to swing a fucking kettlebell. You just need like what? Like a 5x5 area, maybe 6x6, and a fucking ceiling that's not over your head. Like unless you're in like, Buffalo Bill's basement, you have fucking room to do a kettlebell workout. Yeah, there you go. 53-pound kettlebell from Rogue. I actually just bought another 44 to double up my 35 and a 44. Because I only have 153. Well, I have 253 competition bells, which I never use. But I was doing it for flies because I love kettlebell flies. And I had a set of 40s, but I had 135 and 144. So I got other ones to match for just kettlebell flies and stuff. But yeah, I'm starting to like get additional kettlebells just to build out like the double set, because you can always have like, walking, farmers carries and like single arm, like grab heavier one arm and lighter with the other. So many different things you can do for kettlebells. Yeah. Just saying, I think everyone will agree. Yeah, anytime, like shipping is always going to be ridiculous when you have weights, because you're just shipping fucking weights, just shipping straight weights. All right, fam, let's keep it fucking going. Great questions. Great questions. I love it. That's deep. Bottom line, if you're listening, watching, whatever, if you have limited space or limited money and you want to get the most bang for your buck, kettlebell. Like I'm just so excited. I'm going to do kettlebells today. I'm just so excited. It's so great for your strength. So great for your strength. So great for your endurance. Great for your grip strength, power. I've been really big on maces and Indian clubs, and those things are great too, but not quite as versatile as kettlebells. Like you're not going to get the same level of variety. But grip strength is one of the most important things that you can train. And for strength, there's nothing like kettlebell, just because just the way the weight sits, it just feels like it's so much more part of your body than a dumbbell. Much more versatile in my experience. And I love it. And I haven't been like a hardcore kettlebell practitioner my entire career, but I got really into it in 2019 and 2020 and been a game changer. Been a game changer. You ready to go ball deep? You ready to go ball deep?
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Let's fucking go.
Hubert Cumberdale.
Well, I'm Papa Swoleo. Let's go balls fucking deep. What do we got, fam? What we got for him?
What's in the box?
You might have seen this story. I saw it and I figured we would cover it. You might have seen it around the bend. Fury, I'm sure, as transgender University of Pennsylvania swimmer, 22 years old, who used to compete as a man, smashes 2 U.S. women's records in weekend competition and finishes one race. I saw this clip 38 seconds ahead of her nearest rival. Now that's very cute, calling him a her. Okay. I love how this title, who used to compete as a man. You know why? You know why this person used to compete as a man? Because they're a man. It's a man that used to compete as a man. You don't say. You don't say. I'm shocked. Anyone else shocked? My God. Blows my mind. A man compete as a man. Wow. I wish I used to compete as a man. I think that's quite appropriate for obvious reasons. You should have seen this. You should have seen this video clip. This is complete fucking bullshit. Honestly, you shouldn't. This is completely insane. I don't care if this person wants, I don't care what they want to call themselves, how they want to dress, how they want to live their life. But no, physical competition's out the window. It's never going to work. This is stupid as fuck. You used to compete as a man, probably sucked. I don't know. I don't know how he was, how he was finishing. But 38 seconds, you should see this clip, like waiting at the end. Just waiting at the end for 38. Does anyone here, where's our swimmer? Where's our Australian swimmer? She's not here. Do you have any idea? I think a lot of you do. How much of a margin of victory 38 seconds is? If you've ever watched swimming, you have races it's like sprinting. You have like fractions of a second, maybe a second, maybe a fraction. Yeah, Annika, a fraction of a second. 38 seconds. That is like 3,000 times longer. Like margins of swimming is never this much. Like you shave a couple tenths of a second off your time. Wow, it could be world record. It's like a sprint. You don't go from like, hey, I'm doing a 10-second 100-yard and I'm like, hey, I ran 6 seconds today. You get like a 100th of a second off and you're ecstatic. Yeah, exactly. Jarella says, why is it always men transitioning to women who do this? It's never women transitioning to men because they would get destroyed. Because women don't compete with men for a reason. They don't produce testosterone like men. They don't have the same muscle mass. They don't have the same strength output. That's right. It's a fact. You can hate it, but it's a fact. It's a biological fact. It's never women transitioning to men, then getting their asses handed to them in pro sports, always the other way around. Yeah, because if you can't hack it as a man, just say you're a woman and then crush everyone. I can't believe you are allowing this. This is the most pathetic, disgusting abomination. You are literally destroying women's sports. This is completely anti-women. It's completely anti-women. Everyone that claims to fight for women's rights, fuck you. Where are you right now? You're literally destroying women's sports. There's a reason why we have men's sports and women's sports. There's a reason why we have the NBA and the WNBA. And there's a reason why people watch the NBA and don't watch the WNBA, because the WNBA is a bunch of layups. In the NBA, you have slam dunks and fucking like, I'm not saying the women in the WNBA aren't good at basketball, but they're nowhere near as good as men, which is why they don't play together. And which is why people want to see the best people compete against the best people. It's called sports. It's called competition. It's not a competition if you're blowing out another gender 38 seconds. It's insane. We don't have to go too much into the rest of the story. I don't really give a shit. I mean, Leah Thomas, like, we're going to pretend that's a fucking chick. All right. That's a dude with long hair. I have long hair. Leah Thomas, pictured after transitioning, is now dominating women's college swimming records. You don't fucking say. I wonder why. I wonder why this dude's destroying women's records. Look, you do what you want to do, but when you start crossing over into like insane territory, it's fucking crazy. Again, you do what you want to do in your own time. Don't be teaching students like yesterday. Don't be teaching our students like, it's a safe space. I'm a queer teacher and I wear stilettos. Fucking creepy and weird and irrelevant for educating my child. And having men compete against women. Like, that's a joke. 38 seconds? That's a joke. That's a joke. It's really frustrating that we're even having this discussion. It's really embarrassing for our fucking culture. It's really embarrassing for our country. It's just like insane. There are some people that think that's a great fucking idea. I don't know. I feel like it's a whole big troll. So stupid. So fucking stupid. I think what you should do, literally what you can do, you know what I think we need? If you want to have a trans category. Any objections? Seriously, any objections? You have men that are transitioning to women. They get to compete. Like, you can compete as a man still. or have a transgender category. Have a transgender category. It'll be like the WNBA. It'll be another thing that people don't really watch, but you can have it. Seriously, they have, look, this is the same thing. The same thing as the Paralympics, right? If you're handicapped, all right, and you had Usain Bolt sprinting against people in fucking wheelchairs, is that fair? It's as insane as that. No one would ever, that's so ableist. Yeah, no shit. You have people that can't walk, and you have Usain Bolt fucking screaming. He's like, oh shit, beat them by 25 seconds, motherfucker. Doesn't make sense. Why don't we allow that? Because it's obvious. Okay, you don't have LeBron James playing against 8th grade basketball teams. He could beat all of them. He could beat the entire team by himself. Oh my God, LeBron James beat the 8th grade middle school team 190-3. Why? Like, it wouldn't be allowed. It doesn't make sense. It's a waste of time. It's just. So, I mean, look, I understand. I understand if you want to transition, that's fine. You're living your life the way you do, but you still have to live in reality. You still have to live in like reality and biology. So it's not competition if you're a man competing against women. It's not a competition. And I'm not saying that in some activities, a woman couldn't beat a man. And we're not talking archery. We're not talking like, look, if I go on a track and I'm against like a collegiate all-star, like, yeah, she'll smoke me in running because I don't train like that, but it has nothing to do. We're talking about the best of the best competing against each other. It's just not fair. And if you're talking about equality and fairness, get fucked if you're allowing this stuff. Yeah, we're catering to an extreme minority, and it's really shameful. It's really shameful. Catering to like 0.000000001% of the population. It's like, doesn't mean you have to be mean to people, but let's not be delusional and destroy our society and destroy women's sports and men's sports. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. Let's take another post. Dr. Rachel Milner. All right. Speaking of grifting, let's take a look. Fat visibility is so important. That's how you're going to start this one off, not to mention the neon purple background. You're going to start off with that? Is that how you're going to start this? Fat visibility is so important. Is there any problem with fat visibility? Anyone having problems seeing fat people? Anyone having problems seeing obese people? Really hard to see. We need that visibility to be increased. Glorifying living a full life in a fat body is so scary to anyone in any industry dependent on fear of fatness because they know positive representations of fatness will mean more people moving towards fat liberation away from anti-fat bias. Can I get a fucking comma or a period? What in the fuck did you just say?
You can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Would it kill you for some punctuation? Would it? Please. That just sounds like how a morbidly obese person would talk. Glorifying living a full fat body is so scary to anyone in the industry dependent on fear of fatness because they know positive representations of fatness will mean more people moving towards fat liberation away from fat. Jesus Christ. Spell check, please. I thought phones did this automatically. You should have like a little shock. Like the phone shocks someone like, bzz. You really want to post that, dum-dum? Bzz. Try to hit the bzz. Glorifying living a full life is so scary in a fat body. Is it so scary? Yeah, diabetes isn't something I want. Anyone want to die from obesity? No. Why? You can try. Why would you don't have to glorify it? It's not possible. They know positive representations of fatness will mean more people moving towards fat liberation. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Positive representations of fatness. That's an oxymoron. There are no positive representations of being unhealthy. Okay, that's an outcome of being unhealthy. You can deny it all you want. It's the truth. I don't think people are moving towards fat liberation. I think you have delusional people that have no purpose in life and are trying to find and grasp at straws. Like, what am I good at? Oh, nothing? Well, I am fat and lazy. Cool. Let me change my hashtag and now I'm an activist. Now I'm a powerful individual that is so fighting for body neutrality. Okay. Well, look, I don't care what you fight for. You could be an activist for whatever you want. You can have causes, but stop lying to people as if it's something virtuous, as if it's something that it's hard to achieve in our society. It's so hard to be fat. It's so hard to be fat. Oh my God. It's so hard to just not exercise and eat whatever I want. Oh my God. It's so tough. Oh my God. It's such a challenge. Such a challenge just to eat food and be in a car and get on a scooter and I don't know, eat processed sugar all the time and body neutrality, food neutrality, fat liberation, liberate me. Then don't wear, if you're not, well, loosen up your jeans. Liberate me. Yeah, you shouldn't be glorifying, that's Matt Damon for sure.
Matt Damon.
You shouldn't be glorifying super thin bodies either. You should be glorifying fit. It's not about thin or fat. It's about fitness, health, muscle. Doesn't mean you have to be muscular. Having lean mass, it's really good for you. It's good for your system. It's good for your metabolic health and your insulin sensitivity. God, people are so delusional. It's so sick. It's fucking sick. All right, we got 2 videos. Speaking of losing weight, we have can't lose weight, and then we have mid-size. Let's do can't lose weight first because I feel like we just talked about something like that.
What's in the box?
Liberate me from this stupidity, please.
What if I can't?
All right, she's responding to a TikTok that says, just say you can't lose weight and move on. And she goes, what if I can't? Let's see.
What if I can't? What if I can't? Are you gonna make fun of me? Are you gonna tell me that I'm a lazy, no good piece of shit?
Well, that got out of hand fast. Is anyone calling her a lazy, no good piece of shit? I don't know if you're lazy. Many people that are fat are lazy. I wouldn't call you a piece of shit though. God damn, sounds like you're doing all the work yourself there.
Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna look down on me because you think that I made myself this way?
Well, I mean, let's take a look at your habits. I mean, you made yourself that way. I mean, you weren't born that way. It's not magic. Let's see.
You're the only person who's gonna look like an idiot in that scenario because you obviously have no idea how fatness works.
It's not the best angle either, I will say.
So before you come onto my page and say some ignorant
Why I should talk like this? No.
shit again, I highly suggest that you sit down somewhere and educate yourself. Good day.
So you said absolutely. So this person needs to educate themselves on fatness about what? Like fatness is just not, it's not in your control. Give me a break. Oh, come on, just fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm not going to call you a piece of shit, but go fuck yourself. Come on now. Jesus Christ. Educate yourself about fatness. Okay. And what are you talking about? She got a mean comment and said, you need to educate yourself about fatness. How so? What? Look, how your parents raised you and maybe like epigenetic predispositions. Like, yeah, if you have parents that are not healthy, like you're going to have certain predispositions. You might have different types of, metabolic responses. You might have different types of insulin sensitivity and endocrine function. Yeah, but it might not be your fault. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means you might have to not eat cake. It just means like you have to make better choices. It's available to everyone. Everyone. This is nonsensical. So this person, just say you can't lose weight and move on. So instead, this person's holding on to like, you don't understand fatness. Maybe you don't understand health. Maybe you don't understand exercise and nutrition and the 7 pillars, obviously, because otherwise you would get results. All right. People don't want to change their fundamental habits. They want to do everything that they think they should do, whether or not it's good for them, and justify how they can't change. And we get it. Let's do this. One's called mid-size. Oh, yay. When you're so fat, just call yourself a car. When you're fat enough, I'm just mid-size. I'm just mid-size. I'm not obese, I'm mid-size. You're mid-size obese. It's not good either. I'm just assuming that's what it says. It's called mid-size, the title of this video.
I'm actually so glad you asked this question because I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, but I didn't know how to make a video. So
all right. Someone asked her a question on TikTok. What makes me qualify for a mid-sized body? Oh my God, being fat. God damn it.
So glad you asked this question because I've been wanting to talk about it for a while.
I'm
but
sure
I didn't know
you
how to
did.
make a video.
Oh.
So are you mid-size, plus size, straight size? It's kind of hard to tell. So here's the way I look at it.
Jesus.
I am 215 pounds. I am 5'9", and usually
That's a lot of weight for a woman. 215 at 5'9" is a lot of fucking weight.
size 14, but I've been a 16 lately. Just for context. I qualify myself as mid-size because I can still shop at places like Zara. Sometimes. And because I can shop at places like Zara that are not size inclusive, I benefit from some skinny privilege.
Jesus
But not
Christ.
all skinny privilege. I never saw myself as the main character. I never read myself as the main character. I never saw myself in magazines. And when I find something that fits...
Tell me you are... She has a shirt, Strand, New York City. Yeah, tell me you're fucking going to a woke-ass fucking liberal school without telling me you're going to a woke-ass liberal school. Jesus Christ. You see what they're poisoning children with today? Men are competing against women in sports, and girls are like, I'm obese. Well, I'm a mid-size. You can be mid-size, you can be straight size. Well, I get some skinny privilege. I mean, you know, what the fuck? Get a goddamn job. Get a fucking job. Go hammer a nail in somewhere. Go build a sandcastle. Just go create something instead of whining and bitching. Look at her. That's a nice apartment that your parents have. Upper East Side or something like that. Who the fuck knows? What are you talking about, my skinny privileges? Fucking hell.
Zara, it's very rare. So I'm not straight sized. I've heard a lot of people say it's fat phobic to call yourself mid-size because you're just denying that you're fat. But I don't think that's true. Because if I were to say I'm plus size, that would be erasing all the skinny privilege that I benefit from every day. Therefore erasing part of the fat experience. So for now, I'm in the middle.
Did you catch that? Erasing part of the fat experience.
Skinny privilege that I benefit from every day. Therefore erasing part of the fat experience. So for now, I'm in the middle. And I really hope that helps.
It doesn't help at all. It's a big fucking word salad. Has anyone ever taken a liberal arts like English class, like a women's studies class? What happens at these liberal arts schools? What happens at with this woke bullshit? I saw it when I was in college, even in the early 2000s. It was like peeking its head out a little bit more. You have to analyze shit that has no business being analyzed in literature. You literally have to create ideas out of something that the author never intended because there's nothing to teach. You're reading a book. It's supposed to be enjoyed. It's not supposed to be broken down and over fucking analyzed. So you're reading these fucking books and like, oh my God, the symbolism. Oh, there's the metaphors. Oh, shut the fuck up. It's just nonsensical trash, most of it. It's just made up shit to justify a fucking position, a professorship at a university. It's like just to justify some tuition cost. All right. It's a problem with inflation. You have way too much money to spend on people that are providing no value to your system. And the education system is dog fucking shit. I speak from personal experience. Luckily, I made it through, navigated with a solid degree, and like I learned some things and it helped me. But today, what a waste of fucking money. Unless you're gonna be a doctor or a lawyer, my God, it's just a waste of money. Go to a trade school, stay out of debt, and actually work for a living with something that's actually going to give you and provide value to other people and services. Start your own business, shit like that. Insane. You're just making up words. It's word salad, vomit. It's nothing. Nothing was said there. Nothing was said. All I heard was, I'm saying a lot of confusing shit that to justify being fat. Look, if you're a chick and you're 5'9", 215, you're fat. I'm 5'9". No, I'm not 5'9". I'm like 5. I don't know what the fuck I am. I'm like 5'10", 5'11". And I'm like 205. So think about that. All right. I'm like an inch or two taller than her, about inch and a half. I don't know. Depends when the sun's out. I don't fucking measure my height. I don't really care. So about 5'10-ish, 5'11. And I'm 205. She's 215 at 5'9", and she ain't packing on tons of muscle, let me tell you that much. Oh. Jesus Christ. That's what's happening in schools today. Very nice. Glad you're going to be a very functional member of society. Really hope, I can't wait for you to get a job at a big corporation. Maybe you'll work for Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Man, what are you going to do? I wonder what your degree is going to be in. I wonder what you're going to study. This chick is spending time making, and you should see the text on the screen. Talk about how much time spent writing all that out and saying all that to say nothing. How much did she, without saying anything? So much noise, so much talking, no content was, nothing was said. Words, I heard sounds, loud fucking noises. Loud noises. I heard absolutely nothing.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Jesus Christ. Tell me you fucking wait. Tell me you got... Tell me you're getting a bullshit education without telling me you got a bullshit education. She could have worked out. She could have done a whole hit routine in that time. For fuck's sake. Brutal. I can't even hide it anymore. I can't tiptoe around this shit. I can't even speak about it without losing my fucking mind. I can't say it. I can't look at this shit without fucking raging. I can't look at this shit without fucking raging.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown.
What you just said.
Nothing was said.
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I feel better. By the time I graduate, I hope to be a full size. Yeah. You're going to be a fucking SUV. You're going to be a full minivan. You're going to be a minivan by the time you're 40. Good for you. Good for you. All right. We got a Swole card to give away because it's time to wrap this shit up. I'm about to rage. I need to go slam some kettlebells into the fucking ground, or maybe my face. I might just punch myself in the taint, call it a day. I might just smash myself in the ball sack. All right, today's Swole card, we got Swole season. And I think you know who's getting swole. I think you know who's getting swole. It has to be Callie, because Callie is absolutely fucking crushing it. Everyone, congratulations. Congratulations. It's gotta be Callie. It's got to be you. Callie is getting swole. Now, of course, losing weight, building muscle doesn't mean you have to look like a professional bodybuilder. But when you make such amazing fucking gains, I think it's Swole season. I think it's Callie's Swole season. It certainly is. So congratulations, C-Bomb. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2042 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. It looks fantastic. The peach we can't see, but just the transformation is fucking unreal. If you're just listening to this, if you're just listening to the Mancast, you have to check it out. Check out the video on YouTube. Are we not on, I see Cerny. Are you on Discord? Are we not on YouTube again? How come you don't want to, how come you're not watching on, are you watching on YouTube but not commenting on YouTube, Cerny? Are you banned or something? How come we're not, I'm going to try to reset the connection on Facebook. I just noticed that I don't see any of the Facebook logos for the comments. Is it not streaming there again? The fuck's going on? Facebook. Mark. Goddamn fucking robots. I think Mark is glitching again. God damn it. All right. It's not Facebook. It's Meta. I'm going to have to go contact Meta, see what's going on. Anyway, You can't comment on YouTube? Oh, you're actually banned. Cerny's actually fucking banned? Why? What did you say on YouTube that got you banned? All right. I can't. Let's not this beach. Congratulations, Callie. Go and make sure you comment on her post. It should be in the Facebook group. Anyway, Callie, if you're listening to this, make sure you send us that email and get you some Swole card. Let's nut this beach. Check out the Swole fam, SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam today. Falcon, take us away, you fucking beach.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Chlorophyll? More like chlorophyll.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
A jelly donut?
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
Fucking people.
All right, fam. Thanks for joining today. What a rip-roaring adventure, as always, in Daily Swole. Make sure you subscribe, share with your friends, share with people that are not... Share the podcast with your friends that are not easily offended, because you know we'll do that real quick. Or send it to your favorite snowflake of choice. Piss them off a little bit. Check the wind. Share the Mancast with beaches that you know. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Use Swole Ho. Don't be a beach. Don't be a beach. Leave us a review. 5 stars, you jabronet. Or you jabroni. We'll be back here tomorrow. Every fucking day. On the Sleeves Cast.
I am right. Could you look me?
That's a huge bitch.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up, reach in, pull, and rub my leg down.
Has hairy legs.
Go straight and then watch the hair come back up
He
again.
has hairy legs. Whipped it out just in time. All right, very nice. Little piano cock. Very nice. Little piano cock. Man, I got hair. Where is this coming from? What? My God. Where is that coming from? Where's that one go? Just leave that right there. Because that's where it goes, across my face. Anyway, fam, thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere. TheDailySwole.com for all the links. And follow me over there on Instagram and TikTok and all those places. And we'll see you tomorrow for 2043. Join the fam today over there at SwoleNormousX.com. That's SwoleNormousX.com for all of you that don't speak Espanol. And we'll see you mañana. Peace, Magees, deuce, magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my elemental ollies.